Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at an Arbonne Opportunity Call for corporate professionals. I work a corporate job. I'm a professional. I thought this was quite fitting. So let's see if the Arbonne opportunity is something for me as a corporate professional. So let's get into this opportunity call. It is rather short, which I appreciate. And let's see what Arbonne can do for corporate professionals.
Welcome everyone to our Discover Arbonne tonight. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day or your evening, wherever you are, either to listen to this live or to join us in a recording. My name is Jenna Dahl. I'm a very proud independent consultant and executive regional vice president with this incredible brand. And almost 9 years ago, I was introduced to this. I was 2 degrees and 10 years into a career in the NHS. I had reached the top of my management pay grade and I was feeling stuck and frustrated with a lack of permanent opportunities to apply for, and also felt on a complete hamster wheel, if I'm being totally honest, with very little energy left for my young family at that time. I had done everything right in terms of my career, but I still felt like we couldn't get ahead financially. And worse, if I wanted some flexibility and more time at home, I was going to have to take a pay cut to achieve that. And I remember sitting at my desk thinking how unfulfilled I was and that there had to be another way. I'm a huge believer in what you need will appear if you're receptive to it. And my answer came in the form of Arbonne on a social media post. I never imagined myself doing anything like this, but I was nosy enough to take a look, and I'm forever grateful for my curiosity.
So she joined a lot of years ago. When she joined Arbonne, this seems to be a pitch for people who are not happy with their corporate job. So she was at a job, she was not happy there, she was not fulfilled there, she was in a hamster's wheel, she said, and then Arbonne just offered its opportunity on a social media post. They do so often. That is why social media can be rather dangerous. That's also why I'm doing these videos, to warn people about Arbonne. She is a vice president, she said. She is probably able to make a good amount of money because she's further to the top of the compensation plan. But I would argue, if you're already stressed and if it's already stressful for you to be in a corporate job, there are ways to deal with that. There are days that are probably not that great when you work a regular job or whatever job you're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to stop what you're doing and take a look at a sketchy system like Arbonne, like a multi-level marketing company, so that you can get out of the hamster wheel, because you will have to get into another hamster wheel. If you join a multi-level marketing company, that will be a very, very stressful environment. You will have to be consistently on calls like this, opportunity calls, so that you can entice people to join you, to purchase products from you. People that you might be able to recruit onto your team, they will be leaving at some point. Sooner or later, and in MLMs, rather sooner. So you will have to replenish these people. You will be consistently busy with trying to recruit people and sell products for Arbonne. So I would argue, if a corporate job is already stressful for you, then you joining a multi-level marketing company will just add to those stress levels. I think in that case, it would rather be advisable to take a couple of steps back and to see how you can make your actual job work, rather than just take a leap of faith and start in an MLM.
Because I could have easily missed out on the single biggest opportunity that I've ever been offered. And to say that my life looks totally different now to then is a complete understatement. My earnings with Arbonne, after a period of time and hard work, allowed me some very different choices. And for me, I opted to resign from my well-paid job and be around for my kids more, while still being able to have a very fulfilling alternative career surrounded by some of the most professional, hardworking leaders I've ever had the pleasure of being around. And I'm so happy to be joined by 2 of them on the call tonight. So we've all reached the 3rd out of 4 levels in the company as regional vice presidents. And if you want to know more about the average incomes at each level, then I would highly recommend going to earnings.arbonne.com, and Ashley's going to be talking more about that later as well. And so whilst we're not average in terms of the percent of people who achieve this level, we're certainly also not extraordinary. And everything that we've done to build this business is learnable, with excellent mentoring along the way. And I'm sure there's lots of you listening either live or to the recording that can relate to our reasons for starting this business and who are above average and could definitely do what we've done as well.
I'm glad, first of all, that she's pointing out the income disclosure statement, because although that should be a requirement, no matter what you're doing, we don't see a lot of MLMers actually refer to the income disclosure statement. Let's take a look at that after this call as well. And I'm also glad that she says, well, we are not typical with our results, because that is true. Only very few people in MLMs are actually able to make money. We will look at the specifics for Arbonne in a bit. But then you also have your typical, we're really hard workers, and that's why we're able to make this successful. But it's something you can do as well. It is something you can learn too. And the success in MLMs is simply not duplicable. It is not possible for somebody to join a company and to copy what their leaders are doing one-on-one, because there are only very few people in any MLM, Arbonne included, where people are able to make money. And those are only the few people at the top. You could copy whatever your leader advises you to do, really step by step, and you will not see the same success for various reasons. Because of the timing when you joined, because of market saturation, because of the following you have online, because of your ability to speak to people and to pitch them something, and also because of you being good at selling people an opportunity. So let's keep that in mind and let's continue.
So without further ado, I'm just going to go on and share a little bit of information about the brand and our philosophy, and then I'm going to hand over to Wendy and she's going to take it on from there. So this is our founder. His name is Peter Mork, and back in 1980, he set out to develop, produce and market skincare and related products unparalleled in quality, purity, safety and beneficial results. And I absolutely love the fact that Arbonne is all about helping people flourish, either with the products, and we follow a really stringent ingredient policy with those, which has resulted in clean nutrition, skincare, body care, hair care, and makeup products, but also a place where you can flourish with the business side of things as well. And our product philosophy, I'm going to talk more about, but it really embraces the connection between a healthier mind, stronger body, and more beautiful skin. So it's this healthy living from the inside out philosophy that I absolutely love. We believe in a real holistic approach to beauty, health, and well-being. And the consumer demand for wellness has grown in recent years. So in many of the aspects that Arbonne is totally aligned to. So clean skincare or clean products generally is huge. Weight management, I'm going to talk a little bit more about our nutrition side of things. Weight management has been a growing sort of focus for people, as global obesity has more than doubled since 1975. And also a lot of people are experiencing more stress in the world than ever before. So this whole concept of bringing everything together and being able to access it through one brand really, really appealed to me.
Arbonne is a health and wellness MLM, and they started out with skincare and with clean beauty and clean nutrition. Those are already red flags to me. Whenever somebody tries to pitch me something that is considered clean, I'm like, nope, out the door. I gotta play in the dirty mud pool behind the house to get all of the clean buffoonery that you're telling me off my skin and out of my brain. Being clean in your nutrition, being clean in your life, being clean when it comes to your skincare, pretty much is just a buzzword, meaning there are products available that are not clean. And while you yourself might have certain needs when it comes to your skin, when it comes to your skincare routine, I think it is very important to take a look at that, of course. Maybe certain ingredients are not great for you, or you're allergic to these, or because you have a specific type of skin, then of course always pay attention to that. But I find it wrong, and in my opinion, those are buzzwords. Categorize something as clean, because that insinuates that there are other products available that are dirty. And she's speaking about obesity already, so let's see where that pitch is going. Probably enticing you to purchase a lot of overpriced Arbonne products so that you can lose weight. I have no idea about the statistics of worldwide obesity. There's one thing I can tell you for sure. You joining an MLM, you purchasing MLM products, you purchasing supplements is not a necessity if you are obese and if you want to work on that. In that case, please consult a professional, a sports professional, a healthcare professional, your doctor. And then you can start that route without having to join an MLM and without having to purchase products from them. That is ridiculous letting in.
So these are our 4 kind of main quadrants of products. We are a very purpose-driven and product-driven company, and we offer a wide range of consumable vegan products. So I'm going to start by talking about our nutrition. So we have an incredible nutrition line. Our 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond program is ideal for individuals looking to improve their eating habits, have more energy, and boost their confidence. And it refocuses your habits on eating and living consciously, and combines products like our protein powder for delicious smoothies, our energy fizz sticks, and our pre and probiotics with whole food meals to ensure that you're getting a nutrient-packed day whilst limiting things that don't serve our bodies. We also have incredible skincare, which is how I got started with the brand.
What she is referring to here is Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living. I also want to do a dedicated video about that in my debunking food and nutrition and product myths. But just a quick look on the website. The person that is holding the call, I suspect, is holding it in Scotland. I'm not fully sure, but definitely not from the United States. So just keep in mind currency, etc. But the 30 Days to Healthy Living set, which is supposed to jumpstart your healthy living journey with our signature program and #1 best-selling nutritional product set. $508. If you're a preferred customer, you can get that for $304.80. Now, if you are an Arbonne distributor, you also get a certain percentage off of the product. Still, this is a pricey-ass product for what she said. Protein powders and their fizz stick, their gut health, something. I need to pull out my glasses. Their, gut health powders, their Be Well powder, their Clean Talks, yes. Another product, gut health, and the energy fizz she spoke about, clean tea, and then protein powders. Yeah, that is a really, really pricey 30 Days to Healthy Living. If you really want to change something in your life, like I said before, you can do that without purchasing something that costs you $508. It's no for me. For a couple of energy powders and a couple of protein powders, no.
And by balancing nutrition and skincare, Arbonne really believe, and our clients really get to experience the ultimate in healthy living from the inside out. So addressing, those concerns, because there are so many links now between what happens in our gut with what shows up in our skin, and also our gut and mind. So we have a number of skincare lines to suit all skincare types, including dry skin, acne, stressed out skin, and our newest collection, which is called Age Well. That features bakuchiol, which is a plant-based alternative to retinol. It's just as powerful, yet more gentle on the skin, and that's combined with stabilized vitamin C and plant stem cell extracts. So the collection really gives you a youthful glow without the harsh ingredients. We've also got a full cosmetics line and body care, including things like our baby care, spa range, essential oils, and hair care. And what I'm going to do now, just to continue on in terms of our product philosophy, is hand over to Wendy.
Before Wendy continues this pitch, I believe this is one of the reasons why multi-level marketing companies are so successful. Who are the primary customers in an MLM? Who are the primary customers in Arbonne? I would argue it is the distributors themselves. And if you start with a certain product, like skincare or a certain product range, and then you venture into other products like makeup and body care and supplements, then the distributors, they really can switch out all of their everyday home products for Arbonne products. You have a baby, great, we have a baby line. I guess that is why the companies are that successful. Not necessarily because they're selling these overpriced products to external, actual retail sales customers, but because the distributors themselves are purchasing the products and are exchanging whatever is in their home. And that is why it is important for the companies to open up their product range. You hardly ever see a company, with the exception of Elomere maybe, that start with a product and that stick to one product. No, you have to open up the product range. And I think Arbonne is a great example here. But back to you, Wendy.
Thank you so much, Jenna. So good evening, everybody, and Welcome on to tonight's presentation. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about a subject really close to my heart, and that is around Arbonne's sustainability. So as a certified B Corporation, Arbonne is committed to increasing its sustainability measures by decreasing waste, reducing plastic, and increasing recycling. So as a certified B Corporation, we're held to higher standards across multiple measures of accountability, including environmental impact, customer welfare, and social impact. So our goal essentially is to advance our leadership in the social responsibility landscape and use the power of our business as a force for good. So we are that certified B Corporation, and we have partnered with TerraCycle to recycle hard to recycle pieces, starting in the US, and we have now expanded into all the other countries, the UK, where we are, presenting from tonight. And I've been so excited this week to, put all my hard to recycle items into my free envelope that I receive in my Arbonne order and pop that in the post box, which is sent away to TerraCycle to make sure that we are completely, environmentally friendly. So that is, a huge, huge plus. And then moving on.
Being environmentally friendly and being careful with the products and the product recycling, I think that is great. To me, this sounds, though, like more of a PR move, depending on where you live. But recycling is a huge topic in Germany, and you do have recycling containers everywhere. Most of the times you have recycling containers of whatever way, shape, or form, whether it is plastic, whether it is the rest of your fruit and of your vegetables, so Bioabfall, the biological waste. You have the regular trash, you have glass containers of various sorts throughout the cities in Germany, where you can split that up by colors. So recycling is huge here as well. And then you have certain places where you can go if you have specific recycling to do, like car batteries. You're not supposed to just pop these here or there. I'm not sure what this Arbonne concept is that they've included here. I didn't look this up, but it sounds rather complicated if you have to ship away your empty products. It is good that companies are doing something, but I think in this day and age, there is a way to do this a lot more easy. And if you have recycling containers of whatever way or shape or form attached to your own home and is distributed evenly in your own city, I'm not sure why you have to send out your products. It sounds a little bit gimmicky
to Arbonne's product transparency. Again, we continually challenge ourselves to be transparent and deliver the best of science and nature by creating effective products you can trust. So our product philosophy is comprised of these 4 key factors here that you see on the screen, and they are rooted in science. So for those of you who might be listening sort of on a small screen right now and can't see what those are, that is our plant-based ingredients as number 1, our high clean standards as number 2, the fact that our products were co-developed with experts, and that we employ the highest, level of scientific testing. So all of our products are vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. And then we have additional certifications that vary product by product, such as Informed Sport.
If it is important for you to be vegan or to be gluten-free, or you have certain sensibilities towards gluten, I think that is great. But if it's not important for you, you don't have issues with animal products, and I'm aware that it is of advantage to reduce animal products or the production around animal farming, etc., absolutely, especially for the environment. And also then there's the philosophical approach that you say, I don't want an animal to be harmed so that I can eat meat, or that I can have milk, or that I can have eggs, etc. But it is not necessarily more healthy. In addition to that, vegan products, there's lots of vegan products out now. They also have to be harvested and industrialized in a certain way. So if you reduce one type of product for another, in this day and age, there's so much industrialized production around vegan products. That in itself doesn't necessarily mean that it is friendlier for the environment, because wherever there is mass production, that is not friendly for the environment. Just putting that out there. And when it comes to the actual product, what is this craze about gluten-free? If you have sensibilities towards gluten, then yes, of course, it is important for you to cut that out of your life, to cut that out of your, that sounds so dramatic, to cut that out of your nutrition, out of your diet. But if you're not sensitive to that, there is no harm in having gluten in your food.
For our sports nutrition range, as an example of that, kosher certified as another example of that. So that's all about our sustainability and our product, standpoint. And now moving on to really like a huge passion for me, which is sharing why Arbonne, why is Arbonne so uniquely positioned to lead the revolution of the global wellness market by providing safe and healthy products. We are that passionate community of independent consultants like myself, like Jenna, like Ashley.
But did you recognize that she wasn't saying that Arbonne has the highest standards according to the European standards and not to the US standards? Because the European Union bans so many more products than they do in the US. It's probably because this call is located from Europe, and then it's not a flex anymore.
Who grow in their Arbonne journey together. So Arbonne really empowers people to be the best that they can be. We have a 40-year history and a holistic product philosophy that focuses on the whole person. So Arbonne products really deliver results, and they are supporting a healthy lifestyle. And why now? Why is Arbonne seeing such incredible growth? And that is really, down to a couple of key things. As we know and have seen over the last year, work habits are changing. The UK direct selling industry generates over 5.9 million worth of sales per year, turning over 2 billion in economic contribution. And direct selling, or social selling as it's more commonly known as nowadays, is growing. So according to the UK Direct Selling Association, in the UK, direct selling is the largest provider of part-time earning opportunities for over 400,000 people running their own businesses. And really for me on a personal level, how this has really had an impact for me. So, Arbonne is not the only thing that I do. I run my Arbonne business alongside a health coaching business, specifically working with career mums. And my passion there is from the fact that actually I started my Arbonne business before I had children. I have a 4-year-old little girl now. But for me, when I was working in my corporate IT role and I was looking around me and looking at sort of how other mothers juggled with the long hours and the commute and the childcare and everything else, I was sitting there thinking, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this international marketing role that I have one day, when I would like to start a family? So I started Arbonne before kids, and I did it as having that option for one day if I were, to be fortunate to have a family. And it has been such a game changer because Arbonne has been such an opportunity for me to be a present parent while still enjoying a fulfilling career, which I have been able to do with my Arbonne business. And now that my little girl's growing up, I'm able to introduce other passions and other businesses into that portfolio career that I have now. So this is why I'm so passionate about the opportunity of this business for, career professionals out there, whatever age you're at.
I wanted to wait to talk about the income disclosure statement until the end of the call, but maybe let's do that right now. Because what she's saying is correct. She's offering an Arbonne opportunity, but that is not you running your own small business, and that is not you becoming your own boss babe and your own business owner. You have to purchase your way into Arbonne to then be able to promote the products and to have the ability to recruit people. So let's see how, according to Arbonne's own income disclosure statement, this is working out for the majority of people. And I'm pulling out my glasses for this because otherwise I will not be able to see. And just for shits and giggles, let's take a look at the Arbonne UK income disclosure statement from 2021, since these ladies are pitching this to us in the United Kingdom. I forgot what she said, what rank she is at the people that are on this call, but it is one of the vice presidents. I believe it was the regional vice president. So in that case, median annual earnings, she makes £20,726. Median annual earnings at the second highest rank of Arbonne, that is nuts. And 4% of people are able to hit those levels. Yeah, that sounds amazing. That is the rank she is at. Or if she's the national vice president, I'm not going to check that, then she has median annual earnings of £75,000. pounds. That is the top of the company. That is not a lot of money. And those are the top 1% that are able to make that much money. But according to the income disclosure statement, the majority of people, 85%, are at the two lowest rank. The independent consultants rank, who make a median annual earnings of 49 pounds, and the district managers with 35% who make 546 pounds. That is not a lot of money for an entire year. That looks horrible. And yeah, the majority of people are at the two bottom ranks. So if this is an opportunity, it is not a good opportunity for the majority of people, because even the people that are the district managers, they make 546 pounds. I can only imagine how much time they have to spend on trying to recruit people and to sell the products. It doesn't sound like it is worth it to me, and it doesn't sound like it's a good opportunity. Let's also take a look at the Polish income disclosure statement from 2021. Arbonne is actually one of the few companies that have income disclosure statements out for more than just 1 or 2 territories. Let's take a look at that. And here it is the same picture. The majority of people who are in Arbonne in Poland are at the bottom 2 ranks, with over 80% as well. They make between 302 zloty, the lowest rank, as median average per year, and 2,644 zloty at the second rank. That is nothing. And as we see, as you rise in the ranks, only very few people are able to achieve that and to be at those ranks. Not a great opportunity. Not in Europe, and not in the US, and not in Canada, and not in Poland. Yep, not a great opportunity. I'm not surprised by that, but I think it is good to take a look at those documents every once in a while. There are other countries available. I will also link them down below if you want to take a look as well.
So I'm now going to turn over to Ashley, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about how it actually works.
Thanks so much, Wendy. So hi everyone, my name's Ashley Carr, and I'm also such a proud independent consultant with this amazing brand. So when I started my own Arbonne business 6 years ago, I was absolutely not looking for anything else in my life. My background is in medical diagnostics. It's a very kind of fast-paced career, and took up a lot of my time. And combining that career with the fact that I am a mum of 4, and my husband also works in the oil industry, so he's away from home a lot, meant that time was something that was absolutely not something that I had in abundance. And I remember being introduced to this business opportunity and thinking, I don't have time to do anything else. And then quickly after thinking, if I don't change something, nothing will ever change. And I was becoming increasingly stressed, to be quite frank, by the corporate hamster wheel, and the hamster wheel of life, spinning many plates, dropping many, and just really feeling like I wasn't doing a particularly good job at anything. So when the Arbonne business opportunity was actually introduced to me, I was blown away by the information that you've heard tonight regarding the products, the philosophy, the ethos, and the ethics behind this brand. But what really, really intrigued me most was the business opportunity and how it actually works. Because initially I thought that to start any type of business, I was going to have a huge capital outlay. I was going to need to have a garage full of inventory. I was going to need to pay for websites and social media platforms and all sorts of go-to-market models in order to create anything significant with a business. And when I learned that owning and operating an Arbonne business is like having a business in a box, all of a sudden that seemed to be really, really appealing. So I realized...
So we're pitching to people who are stressed out in their corporate job and who want to escape the hamster wheel. We're offering them an MLM hamster wheel, which is not better in my opinion. We're also pitching this to stressed out moms who want to be at home with their children, or who might be financially in a difficult situation, which is also great to know, because nothing speaks more than ethics of a company if the representatives are pitching this to stressed out mothers, preying on mothers because they either are in financially difficult situations, or because they're being taught or they're being told that you should stay at home. I mean, you really want to spend time with your children, right? There's nothing wrong with going to a physical office if you have children. There's nothing wrong with giving your children to kindergarten and into school. It can be beneficial for both sides. Let's stop parent shaming, please. And the third thing is we're trying to push this. If you want to be the CEO of your company, this is a business in a box and it is so less pricey. That's the other pitch, but it is not your own business. You're not launching your own Arbonne business. You're not running your own company. And that is why you don't have upfront costs that might be higher. There are ways to start your own business with keeping the cost low. But with Arbonne, you're not launching your own business. You are merely a sales representative for Arbonne. But you have to pay Arbonne to be able to join them and then to sell the products and to recruit. That is not you launching your own business. This Arbonne call makes my nose itchy.
Very quickly that as an Arbonne independent consultant, I choose my hours, I decide when I work, I decide who I work with. And that's why a business like this fits so well for professional men and women who are looking to build something alongside what they're doing already without having to give anything up.
That is deceptive in my opinion. So you have a corporate job, you're stressed out in that one, and then you're supposed to load your Arbonne business on top of that. I hate to break it to you, but when you join an MLM, you're not just working for yourself. You have to answer a lot of people. Team members, your upline's upline, the terms and conditions of Arbonne as well. And when they say, I can work this whenever I have time, that is wrong. Because if people reach out to you, or you need to reach out to people to sell the products or try to recruit them, do you think that these people will wait for you? When you have somebody who's interested, who approaches you on your social media, do you really think that you will wait until your corporate job is done? No, you will very likely have to be on the phone with that person, texting that person, inviting them to team calls, inviting them to opportunity calls. If somebody is really interested in joining your Arbonne business, they will not wait until you have time to pitch it to them. You will have to cater to potential recruits' timing and to potential consumers' timing. So that is misleading yet again.
Not afford to give my job up to pursue a different pathway, and Arbonne meant that I didn't actually have to. I could do both in parallel until I got to a point where I felt like I had choice and I decided what I wanted to do rather than doing what I felt like I had to. So with a business like Arbonne, I am an independent consultant. So I am self-employed. I own and operate my own Arbonne business, but I have this incredible backup and corporate infrastructure to tap into. So Arbonne Corporate do everything that, quite frankly, I don't have the time or I didn't have the capital to invest in. So I've got my customer service team, I've got the product team, marketing, research and development, digital marketing, all of the things that we want to have to run a professional business, but maybe don't necessarily have, the skill or the money to put into. So
then you shouldn't do it though. And that is why you cannot say that you own your own business, because you don't. If the company does it all for you, that doesn't mean that you're just connected to the corporate side of Arbonne. You're not running your own Arbonne business. You're not running your own business when you join Arbonne. You are a salesperson, because if you were actually running your own business, you would have to do all of these things. You would have to run your own website or your own social media. You would have to talk to the customers and to the consumers if something goes wrong. You are involved in shipping, you're involved in the products, you're involved in the pricing, but you're not. And why is that the case? Because you're not running your own business. You're an independently contracted salesperson in Arbonne.
I'm able to be an independent consultant whilst also benefiting from that corporate infrastructure. So it's a really great hybrid for people who feel like they're looking to build their own business, but just don't know where to start. So as an independent consultant, all I really do on a day-to-day basis is I use Arbonne products, which I absolutely love and have been really transformative in my life. And I share these products with other people, show them how great they are, tell them about them. I can do that either locally or via social media or, through any creative means that I choose. And then I also share the business opportunity with people too. So essentially, I build my own little consumer network, and then I teach other people how to build their own consumer networks too. And on the back of that, I'm able to then create leverage, and I'm able to create lots and lots of different consumer networks, all on the back of just sharing the products and sharing the business. So what I would say is there are multiple ways that you can earn through a business like Arbonne. I would encourage you to go to earnings.arbonne.com to have a look at what is not only possible, what is not only typical, but what is also possible with this business as well. However, the three main ways that we actually earn money.
Also take a look at the documentation to see what is probable, as we did.
Firstly, is through commission on our own personal sales to our own client base, that consumer network that I was telling you about that I have created over the last 6 years. I'm then also able to earn commission from the product sales generated by my team, by people who I have helped to start their own Arbonne business. I have taught them, I've trained them, I've held their hand, I've, allowed them to learn all of the lessons mistakes essentially that I've previously made. I can then teach other people how not to do that and how to build a successful business. So I'm able to earn on the back of that as well. And that's what's known as an override. And then finally, there are also cash awards offered at every level in this business, all based on your sales performance. So there are lots of ways to earn, even within the Arbonne opportunity itself. So we have given you a sort of very brief snapshot overview of how this business actually works. But essentially for me, all I did was use products that I was purchasing from somewhere anyway. I was always buying health and wellness products. I was always buying, bath and body products, shower gel, everyday personal care consumables. So I simply switched and bought these from my own online Arbonne store, loved the results that I was getting, and then shared that with other people. So what I would just say is that if you're sitting there thinking, I would love some choice, then this is absolutely a brilliant business to take a deeper dive into and have a look at. I was personally one of those people who thought that you could either, be a stay-at-home mum and not contribute to the household, or you could go out to work and earn money, but then, sacrifice that time at home. And I didn't realize that there was actually a way that I could completely bridge that gap, build something for me, and ultimately give myself choice. So I would just say that, wherever you are in the world today, whatever's going through your head, in terms of what you're looking for, what the future looks like for you, and if there's anything about that you want to change, then Arbonne is the perfect business to sit alongside everything you're doing right now and to build to a point where you then decide what your next step is going to be.
I disagree with that. Arbonne is probably, together with other MLMs, the worst thing you could do if you want to make a side income besides your actual corporate job. There's so many things you could do where you are in charge, where you don't have huge upfront costs. That could be you investing into the stock market if you're comfortable doing that and if you're good doing that. You could start an actual side job, work a couple of hours per week. Whatever your goal is, you could start a reselling business online. You could start to sell products that you yourself have in your home that you're not using anymore, see how it's going, and then start as an online reseller from there. You have all of the freedom that these people are actually claiming. You could start your own social media and see if you could get monetized in some way, shape, or form. There are lots of ways of how you can make an income besides your actual job. And you don't have to invest any money or not a lot of money. And what she has described before is she was just using the products that she loved so much. Arbonne products are extremely pricey if you switch out the products you have at home, and then she just promoted those on her social media and to people. But that's not really what you're doing. First and foremost, the people who are in Arbonne are also the best customers. They're the primary consumer. We have heard this now twice already on this call. Switch out whatever products you have at home and then just promote these. So you're purchasing a lot of your own products. Arbonne might have body lotion, Arbonne might have other products, baby products, etc. But you can get all of these overpriced MLM products for a fraction of the price from other companies, from other brands that also have good ingredients. So you're already spending a lot of money on overpriced Arbonne products, and then you're not just promoting these, you actually have to sell them. you have to be able to sell the products, and you have to be able to sell the business opportunity. So you starting Arbonne as a side business means that you will have to pay so much for the product. Pay your way into the company, which is relatively affordable. I think it was around $49. And then you have to purchase a lot of products. Not necessarily because the compensation plan says you have to, but you need to display the products, you need to show them, you need to swap out your other products at home if you want to live this healthy and clean and holistic lifestyle. You're spending so much money, and then you might have the opportunity to make some of that money back. But the majority of people in Arbonne, we took a look at 2 income disclosure statements from Europe today, are not able to make that money back because the majority of people are at the lowest rank and they're in debt. So not a good opportunity.
So you can, our independent consultants own their own business, as we've mentioned. We run our businesses from our phones essentially, so it's super portable. We share these products that we're using, that we love, with other people, and then we just support our teams and help them as well. And something that I didn't expect when I joined this business was the community that I was going to be part of, the support that was going to be available to me, and also the personal development, the way that I was going to be able to expand my mindset for what I had done and what was going to be possible in the future as well. So what I would say is, if any of that sounds appealing, then come on board and share our vision for healthy living. And please do get all of your questions answered, because we have given you a whistle-stop tour tonight of what this business looks like. You will have lots of questions. Get those questions answered and make an informed decision about what this business could be for you. So I think that's us, ladies. Yeah, just to finish off, I just want to touch on this slide, which basically just tells you what I think we've already touched on tonight, that Arbonne is an effort-based business, and you'll get out of this business what you put into it. But definitely head to earnings.arbonne.com to see everything about our typical earnings there as well.
We already went there and we already took a look at the income opportunities you have, and they're not looking good. The way you are able to make money in Arbonne, she said there are multiple ways. In the end, there are 2 ways. You're selling a product and getting a small commission off of the products you sell. And number 2, you building a team and participating in whatever your team purchases or sells. Those are the only 2 ways. And you're only able to make a lot of money. You're only able to hit the higher ranks if you're able to build a team. So let's not forget that. I find it good that she says take a look at the income disclosure statement and make an informed decision. We're here to answer all of your questions, but just by the way, the women have set up this pitch. I'm not sure if you would actually get all of the information you need to make an informed decision. If you're ever interested in joining a multi-level marketing company, if you're ever interested in joining Arbonne, of course, listen to people that are in the company. Also take a look at the documentation that is available from the companies, like the compensation plan, like the income disclosure statement. But I would also suggest to do your own research and listen to people who are critical of this business model. Because no matter how hyped up the people on these calls are, no matter how great they will say that the opportunity is, across all MLMs, the majority of people will not make money, they will lose money. And I don't think that you're able to present the business opportunity in a great light when the facts speak against you. That is why I think it is important to also listen to critical voices and to then make your decision. I hope this was interesting to you. I hope this was a bit informative. And if you like these types of videos, then please consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, please feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!